Do not come here trying to find a wife. Please do not.
I feel more single being here.
Koreans love black men. They love us.
If you dating one person, you probably dating 5 more people behind that.
Where are you from and how long have you been living in Korea?
I am from the U.S. I've been in Korea for 2 years now.
Hi guys, my name is Moon. I'm actually influencer in South Korea and I come from France.
Hi, my name is Brandy from Jersey.
What is dating like for you as a black person in Korea?
It's all right. I haven't had any issues. It's very diverse. It's the same as the States.
So dating in Korea, man, everybody is with the same people. So if you dating one person, you probably dating 5 more people behind that. To be honest with you, it's a lot of stuff going on out here, but you know, it's a fun place. It's a fun place.
I think because I've heard like negative things in the past, I'm kind of hesitant in general. Like I am confident in myself, but I'm quite like shy when it comes to dating. So I'm even more shy when I come to Korea because I couldn't suspect like, oh, does that guy like me or is he talking about me? Because I can't really speak Korean. I can understand like, you know, 외국 and all of these like words, like foreigner words, but I'm quite cautious. I wouldn't even, like my friends like, oh, go on the app, what about this? But it's kind of like, what if I face so much rejection, or what if like they just like me because I'm black versus actually liking me? Like I actually had so embarrassing the other day, some guy in the club, he was like, oh, I really like Latinas, and I was like, I'm not Latina, and he's like, yeah, but, and I'm like, it's not but, like, you know, if you can't get my race right, then you already like lose. In general, I feel like Korea is such a couple place. Like everywhere you go, like even here, there's so many couples, everyone's dating. You go to a cafe, people are on dates. Like sometimes they're even just like with their laptop sitting next to each other doing their own thing, but they're together. I feel more single being here, and as a black person I don't have the, unfortunately, confidence to be like, oh yeah, let me just go up to that guy, because the language barrier. And in Korea it's very obvious that like white is the standard, white is like preferred, like a lighter shade. And if a white girl and a black girl were like standing next to each other, I feel like 9 times out of 10 they would choose the white girl, because it's kind of what they've been shown as popular and mainstream and attractive. So yeah, I mean, there are the odd cases where Korean guys are dating black girls, but fingers crossed, you know? Yeah, you never know, because me, I don't have a type. Like I like every black, white, Asian, whatever, but I feel like they look at me and that's like the last option.
I'm married, but I have friends, and you know, I know their story and all, but just hearing their story, it's complicated. It could be real complicated. Like if you don't have anybody that's loyal and that's really willing to work things out and, you know, go through different things with you, it's gonna be complicated. You never know if the female have somebody on the side. It's complicated.
Why do you think it's complicated?
Being here in a whole nother country, you have to learn the other language if you are willing to date a Korean. But Koreans here, hey, they good looking for real. That's one of the main perks. But like I said, you have to learn their language, and I would say if you know their language, to them that is sexy.
I'd say it's like 50-50. It's either they absolutely disgusted with me or they love me. It's either one or the other. I'm gonna be honest. Personally, non-Korean citizens is like everybody doing them. Like ain't no relationships out here. Do not come here trying to find a wife. Please do not. Or do not come out here trying to find a man unless they stay inside and they all about themselves and they prove to you that you not look for it. Let it come to you, please. I'm saving you a lot of heartache. I've been through it already. By the first week, by the second week, I was heartbroken already. So yeah, it's a very interesting thing.
I'd say it's kind of like hard because, I don't know, I feel like even though Korea's becoming more open, it's still like, they still have a lot of stereotypes against black women out here. So they either think we're like really like easy or like down to try like a lot of things, or they're like, you know, kind of just want to try. I don't know. I feel like they go in with them like intentions, and it's kind of like awkward or weird.
To be honest, I never ever date a Korean guy. It will be possible, but for me, I'm a tall girl, black. The first thing I noticed when I say I try to, is like flirting with a guy, or else I really felt the difference between being a foreigner girl as a black person and also the Korean girls. They like separate the both, and I was so shocked because I thought about the fact that since when doesn't matter, like where you come from or your skin color. It should be only like the personality, or if you feel attracted to that person. But I was like, I'm black, I'm really tall, and I do speak Korean, so I was like trying the both way, Okay, let's see if what's the problem. So first, if I talk with a guy, I can feel like really okay to speak in Korean, okay to speak in English. But then when I saw that some of the guys that I wanted were like not really into it, I really felt directly what was the problem, only my skin color and where I came from.
And you just made mention as like you're tall. I can see that. Like how tall are you?
182 centimeters.
So how would you say your experience has been being like a tall black woman, like in the dating community in Korea?
I think I'm a little bit out of it.
Like for one, I haven't really like, dated in Korea, but I do recognize a huge difference, especially as like working in the club area, seeing the way how black men and women are viewed and dealt with versus like other ethnicities, specifically like white people. Most of the time that I see like interracial couples is mostly like Korean and white, whereas a lot of times as black people are seen as like fetishized or like a fun time, you know? So I don't really see serious relationships with us, just like someone making out with like a black person. Or for me, people always telling me like, oh, you're so hot, your body's so hot, blah, blah, blah. But like no one ever like going like the next step to create a relationship. It's just right there in the moment.
Would you say, like dating for you, it's a lot easier or like it's just, I don't know, like a lot harder? Like how would you, like rate it?
Personally, it's a lot harder just because I'm mainly pro-black, so I literally have to step outside of my comfort zone, like to even talk to them, because I'm pro-black. I mainly date black women. That's just my thing. I'm from Alabama. I'm from the South. That's just what it is where I'm from, you know. To directly answer your question, it's not hard. As long as you know a little bit of Korean, they know a little bit of English, it's like, yeah, I can make it work.
So one of the first things that I heard from basic training was Koreans love black men. They love us. They bold here. They really are bold.
Yeah. If you keep it P, you keeping it P, everybody gonna gravitate towards you, you know? The only time it's really hard to date out here is if you secluded, if you stay by yourself, if you stay in the room, and you're not a person that really likes to go out, it's gonna be hard for you.
So how would you say the dating culture in Korea is different from that of America?
I would say like the dating culture here in Korea is very love bomby and it's like very like fast paced. My friend went on 2 dates and then after the guy wanted to be like her boyfriend and I'm like, what? You know, so I think in America, like that doesn't fly. You know, you have to get to know someone first before you date them because you could be a whole serial killer and you're trying to date me after a week, you know?
I don't want to say the aggressiveness of dating, but like a lot of it's in comparison to the States, it's a bit more commercialized and aggressive because you have like the celebration of 100 days, 200 days, 3, 4, 5, whatever. And then you have Pepero Day, Valentine's Day, White Day, and Black Day. And like so many other like things surrounding dating as far as like commercial wise. Whereas in the States, you have Valentine's Day, anniversary, and in some states you have this thing called Sweetest Day, which is like in October. So it's not like a significantly less amount of like celebrations and stuff happening on a couple like level and stuff. So it's very different in that regard. And then you also have like the pressure of like everybody. It's like such a regular question to hear here. Oh, do you have a boyfriend? Do you have a girlfriend? Or why aren't you dating? Whereas in the States, the only time you'd hear that is either from like old people or somebody that's like wanting to date you. So when I hear people asking me like, oh, do you have a girlfriend? Why don't you have a girlfriend? My immediate thought is they must want me. It's like, no, it's just a regular question that people ask here because that's how prominent dating is in this country.
What is your ideal type?
It's like my height or taller than me with long hair. So I like long hair guys. The height is the most important. If he has long hair, I'm happy. If he doesn't, it's okay. And then the personality for sure.
What if it's shorter than you?
I don't discriminate. Like I can have maybe a crush on him, but if I just judge on the appearance, I will not like turn around for a shorter guy because I will think he's not attracted to me too.
What is one advice you would actually give to, like all the people of color or the black people come to Korea, like wanting to date? Like what advice would you give to them?
Keep it P.
My main advice is make sure you're ready and make sure you have some knowledge when it comes to relationships.
If you come to South Korea, no need to look for someone to date. Just enjoy the country. If you find your love, like God bless. If you don't, it's not like the end of the world. Really, don't lose any self-esteem here. Try to understand who you need and who you are first. like your value, and if these people don't accept you like you are, as you are, just don't try to push them and don't try to make them accept it. If they don't, that's their problem. Just be who you are and love yourself. Love you.